Kia ora Rotorua, ahead in tonight's bulletin. Locals and officials join for the dedication of the World War I Memorial Bridge. The cast of Rotorua Boys High School musical Ada began official rehearsals last night, and Captain Richie McCaw and teammates Tawera Kurbalo, Liam Messam and Brodie Rettelick will be at Eat Street tomorrow. As the world commemorates the centenary of World War I, locals joined in yesterday, attending the dedication of the World War I Memorial Bridge, which spans Sulphur Lake in the Government Gardens.
Opened on the 5th of August 2014 by Her Worship the Mayor, the Honourable Steve Chadwick, to mark the World War I centenary commemorations in Rotorua.
All nations at thy feet, in the bonds of love we meet. Hear our voices, we entreat. God defend our free land.
Here we've talked about linking up this beautiful city, a walkable city, a place that people can enjoy the environment but also the stories. And this seemed the most significant step today to mark the World War I beginning of atrocities, really, in a war that in the end, you know, you wonder today what those young people Apirana engaged thought of what were we doing today, and was the war, did the war leave the world a better place? But I think it's very symbolic also going to have the sculpture symposium, where sculptures will depict in their work what the war means to them and their memories and their stories of the past, and then they will be put around this beautiful sulphur walkway, and I think it's a sweet spot.
Local student Ariana Cudby will join TV personality Mike King as he tours schools and town halls in the district. The presentations will also feature Tai Tupou and Bay of Plenty coroner Dr Wallace Bain and focus on mental health awareness, suicide prevention and bullying.
I wrote a song in Te Reo Māori and it was about my cousin Tegan who had passed away, and in that experience Mike King asked me to join him and share my song with everybody.
Now this week you're involved heavily again with Mike King and Tai when they come to Rotorua. What sorts of things are you going to be doing this week?
I tend to open up their show. Before they're speaking, I open up their show with a song that I'll be accompanied by my friend Kapi, and we'll be sharing a song that we wrote called Life Path.
Cool. Tell me about that. It sounds quite interesting.
It's a song we based on our life, so each verse describes a life path that we've been through, so yeah.
Now obviously we can't sing here on TV Rotorua, but if you have an example or a couple of verses that you could share with us, that would be really cool.
Sure. Open up your eyes to the life that's ahead. Don't look back, look forward instead.
Wow, awesome. Yeah. Great voice.
Rotorua's Registrar of Electors Richard Marshall is hoping to track down would-be voters who have moved house in the last 3 years. Mr Marshall says 533 packs have been returned in the Rotorua electorate, 661 have come back in Taupo, with 716 packs marked gone in the Waiariki electorate.
We did our mail out a few weeks back to everyone who was enrolled on the electoral roll. We've had quite a few packs returned to us, gone no address. So for this office here, we've had just over 1,900 packs returned. What we're doing is we're trying to find those people. So if anyone didn't receive a pack in the mail, please get in touch with us so that we can update your details and make it as easy as possible for you to vote on September the 20th, election day.
So what's the best way for people to get hold of you, Richard?
They can ring our 0800 number, 0800 36 76 56, jump online at elections.org.nz, or come into our office here. We're open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're based at the Rotorua Mail Centre, 6 Waterford Street, and they can come in and enrol here as well, or check their details, make sure that they are enrolled.
Yeah. And out of these 1,900 people again who haven't enrolled or have their packs sent back,
yep.
Do you have an idea of which age groups they're in or what age brackets?
We don't, but we do know that we're looking for around about 1,500 people for the Rotorua electorate aged between 18 and 24. So if you've got family, friends, whānau out there who are young, maybe haven't thought about enrolling, have a chat to them or get in touch with us and we can send out an enrolling to vote application form.
The cast of the Rotorua Boys High School's latest musical production officially began rehearsals last night. This year, the school will perform the school's version of Elton John and Tim Rice's Ada at the Civic Theatre. Taking lead role is head boy Elliot Fenton, who starred in the last school musical production of Jesus Christ Superstar. Tickets are on sale now for the show, which opens at the Civic on Monday the 15th of September. In sport tonight, local All Black fans will get the chance for autographs tomorrow when Captain Richie McCall and teammates Tawera Kerr-Barlow, Liam Messam and Brodie Rettelick take part in a public appearance at Eat Street. The group will visit Rotorua Boys High School before joining a civic event to take part in a mass jump jam activity and autograph signing session with local school students in the town centre before finishing with a meet and greet opportunity at the Air New Zealand Holidays store. The All Black public autograph session and mass jump jam is on between 11 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. tomorrow at Eat Street. To your weather now. Tonight will be fine with westerlies and an overnight low of 1. Tomorrow Thursday, cloud increasing with late showers, northwest strengthens, a high of 12 and a low of 6. And the outlook for Friday, early rain and then fine spells and the odd shower, cold southwesterly, a high of 12 and a low of -2. The marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, turning northwest 15 knots during the morning and then rising to 20 knots in the evening with waves half a metre or less, cloud increasing with fair visibility in showers from the evening. Still to come in tonight's show, we visit the Polynesia Spa and find out about their new mineral pool. We talk with Steamers sponsor Chris Churchwood from Cobb & Co. And we have highlights from last week's fashion show at the Salvation Army store.
Well, with some cold and wintry, frosty days still ahead of us here in Rotorua, it's probably about time you came down and visited the awesome people down here at the Poly Pools. Now, they've just finished completing their brand new priest pool. Now, it sits around 40 degrees, it's steaming, and it's a beautiful light blue milky colour, and it's an amazing pool. And we're going to catch up with Simona Dijon, and she's going to share all about this new pool. Hi Simona, thanks for joining us today on City News. Now, the last time we were here at Poly Pools, you guys were in the process of building a new priest pool, but now it's all finished and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. So yeah, it's taken us a few months to get everything in. So yes, this is our new priest water pool. It's based in our lake spa, which is our luxury bathing area. And there we already had 4 alkaline rock pools that were filled with the water from the Rachel Spring. And this new addition now also brings priest water pool, priest water to this area.
What's the difference between the normal geothermal water that comes through and priest water?
So the priest spring was actually named after a Catholic priest called Father Mahoney, who travelled down from Tauranga back in the 1800s. He had to be carried by his friends because he suffered from a severe form of arthritis, and after he bathed in this particular spring water, he claimed to be cured of the arthritis and managed to walk back to Tauranga.
Oh, that's an amazing story, isn't it?
Yeah, so lots of people come here still today to help with their sore muscles, especially people that have arthritis and rheumatism. They seem to really benefit from it.
Now, behind us you've got the wall that divides this pool from the other pools. What's the reason for that?
Yeah, so at Polynesian Spa we have different bathing areas that people can choose from. The area on the other side of the fence is an adults only bathing area. So you do have the priest water and the Rachel Spring water there as well. And this area is family friendly. And we've got a family spa as well, which has like a freshwater pool and good for little ones to play around in as well. But this area is more focused on luxury. So in the lake spa you get your towels, your lockers, soap and shampoo, all included. And yeah, as you can see, you've got the stunning views here as well.
Yeah, let's talk about that view. That's amazing, isn't it? You could just sit in there and just the steam coming off. How hot is it?
It's at the moment, we're still sort of testing how we can get all the water temperatures right, so it sort of fluctuates a bit around the 40 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've got obviously the other 4 pools in here that are rock pools that are filled with alkaline water from the Rachel Spring, and that's very soothing on the skin. Whereas this water is slightly acidic, and you'll see the difference is that we've used fiberglass to create this pool. because we couldn't use things like cement because the acidic water actually eats that up. So yeah,
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's safe for people. Yeah. It's just concrete doesn't like it very much.
What gives it that milky light blue colour?
It's just the minerals in the water. So mainly sulfur that creates that. Yeah, the white opaque colour.
Now, like you mentioned, this is obviously the family safe or family friendly and the luxury side of things. So is it more expensive to come over this side?
Yeah, it is a bit more expensive. For the reason it makes it a bit more exclusive as well. If you're having a spa treatment, you do get the bathing in the lake spa complimentary as well.
Now, you've also got some geothermically heated chairs as well. What's the idea of those?
Yeah. So it was something that the owner of the spa had actually seen in his travels overseas. I think he saw it in Taiwan, where people had these heated beds really made out of, I think it was stones. And he sort of thought, oh, what a great idea to actually use that to heat up a nice recliner seat. So we thought let's add it in here, and it's been really popular with our guests. They
How
really
popular
love
has this new pool been?
Yeah, it's been very popular. Obviously, people enjoy that they can choose both types of mineral water now, and the lake spa. So yeah.
Now, we're almost halfway through the quiet winter season. Has it been quiet here at the Poly Pools?
Not too bad actually. I think at the moment New Zealand markets are up quite a bit. Probably just due to good promotions and new things happening in Rotorua that's pulling a lot of people in from New Zealand to come and visit us. So yeah.
Well, being a marketing manager, you must have a bit of an insight to obviously the marketing side of things. How do you think the campaign famously Rotorua has been going, especially for you guys here?
Yeah, no, it's been really fantastic. Polynesian Spa is a gold partner of the campaign. We're getting lots of benefit from it, definitely.
Yeah.
We've seen since the new TVC hit on air, seen big increase of people visiting our website and calling us up to.
Are you able to track where they're from? Are they domestic or international visitors?
Yeah, domestic visitors and mainly from Auckland, which is what the campaign is targeting. So
cool. Let's get the Aucklanders down here to spend their money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward into the rest of 2014. Anything else exciting that's happening here at the Poly Pools?
We've got a few projects in the pipeline, but it's still still to be confirmed. Yeah.
So you can't tell us?
No,
you have to shoot me?
Not yet.
All right, awesome. Simona, thanks for joining us today, and I wish we had some time to jump in the pool, but hey, never know, next time.
Can always come back.
We can always come back. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey Chris, good to have you on City News again today. Now, obviously this is the second year that Cobb & Co has sponsored the steamers. Why is it an important relationship for you guys?
Well, it's important because, obviously front of jersey for us is an important part with the guys. They represent us well, good strong fellowship and all that sort of stuff. It's everything about average New Zealanders and Kiwis bringing everyone together for a game and for sports really. So it's something we like. We just like that alignment that we have with them.
Are you a rugby fan yourself?
Yeah, mate, love it. Love the game, love the guys, and just like to see what they're doing. I've got to say this year the team that the guys have got together is sensational. I look at them and it's really exciting. If they don't win this year, I'll be pretty hacked off, but I imagine they're going to go all the way this year. So.
Well, they're doing pretty well now. It's 14-0 at the moment. We're only in the first half. Obviously, the pre-season games are probably just ironing out teething problems and just getting people used to their position. So games like this are obviously important for the team. Yeah, important for the team from that perspective as well. And this is also the Battle of the Bays. And from what the guys are telling me, it's obviously who gets to claim the Bay sort of thing as the title. So the guys that got it last year as far as being the Bay, and this year they'll have the same thing. So if they win, I'm sure they're 14-0. They got to, They can't lose it. It'll be like Brazil. Yeah, let's hope so. So let's talk about the sponsorship deal. What's involved between the two companies or two franchises?
The two franchises, obviously, it's two big franchises, New Zealand franchises, which is really strong, and obviously we're both growing and from strength to strength. And what I like about that is obviously for us, we get on the front of the jersey. They represent us well with TV advertising and all that sort of stuff that it brings to the Cobb and gets our name out there through them playing well. So secondary schools, what it does is it gives us the opportunity from secondary schools and below to sponsor play of the game throughout the Bay, and what that does, it gets the kids the opportunity to come into our restaurants, at different opportunities to dine with steamers, as well as to just be involved with them from the ground roots rugby right the way through. So it's something quite exciting. Also represents, like the Steamers represent No More Bullying in Schools, and it's something we want to be supportive of. So yeah, as a principal sponsor, we can tag along with the ride for these guys, and they're doing a sensational job at it.
Now, when this goes to air, Chris, it's not going to be too after the Super 15 final. So, got any money on the Crusaders this weekend?
Mate, here's me. Yeah.
Tough question.
Yeah, don't ask. Yeah, look, hey, they're awesome. You know, they're doing really, really well. They're a great team. You know, they got half the All Blacks in there, so they've got to be good, don't they?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Chiefs, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a shame about the Chiefs, mate. It's a bit disheartening, but hey, at the end of the day, you go with somebody. Let's go the Crusaders.
Yeah. Good man, thanks, Chris.
Cheers, mate.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining us today on City News. Now, we've just caught up with Chris and talking about the importance of relationships between, franchises like the Steamers and Cobb & Co. So, what does it mean for you guys to have such a big New Zealand icon brand on board?
Oh, it's incredibly important for us to be working with the likes of the Cobb & Co. Have got a national brand, and that we can partner with, and I guess show the credibility of what Bay of Plenty Rugby can bring to a national chain like Cobb & Co. So it's a perfect fit really for us.
You mentioned that there's a lot of interaction between the Steamer players themselves and the younger players coming up through the ranks. How important is that for the young guys here?
Yeah, it's incredibly important. A big part of our whole organisation and what we're about is the community, and that's why the fit with the Cobb & Co. is a perfect fit from our point of view, with their history and their tradition linking nicely with the community as well. So I think that interaction between the Cobb & Co. and ourselves and the community, it's a perfect synergy, so it's really important to us.
Now, we've got the game going on behind us, a Battle of the Bay. Just a pre-season game, but important day for the preparations of the upcoming ITM Cup.
Yeah, it is. I think it's just a good gauge for the boys. They've been in camp down in Whakatane for the last few days, so I think their first hit out of the season will give them a good, sort of measuring stick to where they're at and what they need to work on. And competition starts in a couple of weeks, so it's. I think they're getting pretty excited about it.
How do you think the season's going to go?
Hopefully well. Yeah. We're certainly. I think we've worked hard on the off season to make sure we're well prepared. So I know the boys, there's a good group and a good culture there, so hopefully that transpires over to results and we get some good performances.
Have you got any Super 15 players that are going to be joining the Steamers this season?
Yeah, we have got some guys that are still to come back. We've got Callum Ratalik, who's from the Blues Super Rugby team, and he's our captain this year, so we're looking forward to getting him back out on the field. We've also got Kane Hames and Nathan Harris, both training with the All Blacks at the moment, so it'll be great to get both of those boys back. And Carl Extons has also been part of the Chiefs environment as well, so he'll be back soon. So they'll add a lot to our environment, a lot of leadership and experience, and hopefully that sort of makes sure that our leadership team's strong for the season.
It must be great for someone like Kane Hames to be up in the All Black camp, maybe not necessarily getting on the field, but he's in the camp, in that environment.
Yeah, I think it's been an amazing story for Kane. Last year he was playing club rugby and then earned a contract with the Steamers, and then from there earned a contract to play Super Rugby for the Highlanders, and now he's in New Zealand Māori All Black at the end of last year, and now an All Black in terms of the training camp. So I think it just shows the pathways that are available for guys who are prepared to work hard. And and he's a great shining example of a local boy who's made good.
Yeah, he just missed out on a try, Mike, but I got to saw it, so I'll get to see it. Now, our final question. I just asked Chris about the Super 15 final. Do you think the Crusaders can take it out?
Well, I was born in Christchurch, so I've got a little inkling of a Crusaders victory. It'll be great. I think any time a New Zealand team wins the Super Rugby title, it's good for us. So I think they will.
Cool. All right, Mike, thanks for your time, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers, man. Hey Amanda, good to have you on City News today. Now this is a pretty exciting day for the Salvation Army, but is a fashion show sort of the thing that the Sallies do?
I'm sure they do in other places, but this is the first time we've done one here in Rotorua. So it is exciting and we're looking forward to it, yes.
So how's the day going to play out?
Well, we have excellent leaders here and people from Waiariki Institute that have come along, and they've put together the fashion parade. So they're working with our family store manager, and it's been great. So we've handed it over to them, and we're just going to sit back and enjoy it with you.
So what's the purpose behind the fashion show?
The purpose was really to expose what we have in the shop, because so often people, I think, don't come in because they think, oh, they won't have what I'm looking for. And we just wanted to really let people know that you could be quite surprised what is here, the quality and the quantity, and it's a very high turnover of what comes in and goes. And sometimes people pass the shop and they don't come in because they just probably wouldn't think to. So we really want to, today we're really highlighting designer clothes and evening wear and things of labels and designs, things that probably maybe get overlooked.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't think you would find it here, like you mentioned.
No, you wouldn't. So we just want to to do that today.
Now, during the week, we caught up with young guy Carl, who's a fashion designer.
Yes.
You know, graduated from Waitaki last year.
Yes.
And he's going to be at New Zealand Fashion Week later in the year. Now, he's also going to be working here today with some of his wares and some of the stuff that you have as well. Is that right?
That's right. He has put together the things for the last set of clothing to be exposed, which I'm not going to say what they are because that's the surprise in it. But he has put that together, and we're looking forward to that. They're all designer gowns, I would say, but they're and beautiful. So he's put a lot of effort into accessorising all the clothing for the models.
Now, we're not too far away from starting, but you've already got a pretty big crowd here already.
Yes, people are coming in. We've been busy with flyers, and if people come and they have one of the invitations, they will get 10% off their purchases today. That's 10% off of any purchase, and we're hoping that they'll take advantage of that. We want to help people. We want people to look good, and we want them to leave feeling much better than they did when they come in. And that is the whole purpose of our store, is that people can buy something at a moderate price and feel good when they walk out as if they've spent $1 million.
Now, you've got a special guest MC as well who's strategically placed himself in front of the camera's view. So it's good to have Tommy on board.
Yes, we asked him to come along. We looked at him as a celebrity, somebody that has been in the public eye over the years in his TV position, and we just thought, that's represented another age group that we don't always see. So we're happy to have him on board with us today, and he'll add to the atmosphere, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
Any proceeds that we have made from the family store, they all go directly to our community ministries. So that's really what helps us purchase the items for our food parcels that we're short on. So it is money coming in from Rotorua community and going directly back into the community through our advocacy and budgeting, counselling.
Cool. Well, you guys do an awesome job, you and Brian. I know Brian's here somewhere, he didn't want to be on camera today, but awesome what you guys do in the community, and we appreciate what you do.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Play that funky music, TJ. As you will. Our first model is stunning in this outfit that can take you from an up-market lunch with friends to a special day out by simply adding a hat. The black dress worn is flattering to a range of figure types, and the pearls add a dash of elegance as well. This Chanel-influenced jacket makes a very stunning impact. Our next model is on trend with a playful headband. Our model has the simple addition of a colourful belt to lift the mood of this effortless dress. Suitable for the office or for a dinner out, it will be a welcome addition to your wardrobe. Carrying on with the red theme, and know that red is the colour for the season. This V-neck dress, worn under a vibrant jacket, is light and flowing. It's multi-seasonal dressing at its best. The addition of the jacket takes the outfit to another level and makes the ensemble suitable for a range of occasions. Again with that red theme, Rita here is wearing a sweater dress with a high roll neck and tie detail. The waistcoat emphasises the leaner lines, and being kneeling keeps the warmth in for those colder winter mornings. Jennifer is wearing a dress with short cap sleeves and at a flattering knee length. But this multi-seasonal and timeless dress in design, the fabric has lower front pleats and a slight stretch to add extra comfort. It's an outfit that may be dressed up or dressed down to suit the occasion. And she's dressing down. It's a perfect look for office wear. A staple in any woman's wardrobe, the black and white front buttoning shirt is on trend for this summer, and each piece individually would be easy to work into your wardrobe with the addition of just a few accessories.
Some great looks and obviously great bargains at the Salvation Army store. If you have any news that you'd like to share with us, give the station a call on 07 3488 984, or you can email news@tv.rotorua.co.nz. Thanks for joining us tonight. Por Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.